I have realized the value in simply doing things for enjoyment. And I've realized how much thought I have always previously put into things that I want to enjoy and try when it comes to monetizing it or making sure that it becomes something, not wanting to look like a failure because I tried something and I wasn't good at it. Like, just putting so much thought into things as opposed to just doing them. And how much time went towards not doing things because I just thought and talked myself out of it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy, and here on my little corner of the interwebs, we talk about life, love, passion, the pursuit of passion, the pursuit of purpose. And also we do a vlog occasionally. Oh my gosh, speaking of vlogs, I haven't had a sit down, just talk to y'all minute since I started this channel. And I know it's only been like a month, but still, like, what are we doing? I've really just been like on the go. Like, we had Seattle, we had Miami. And actually, after this video, the next video is gonna be my solo trip to Chicago. Like, we're just out here having fun, living life. And that's also kind of part of what I wanted to talk about in this video. I kind of wanted to touch on just the topic of having things that you enjoy simply to enjoy them. Hobbies to hobby. Just to make you enjoy life and just to improve the quality of life rather than finding a way to monetize everything. This is a topic that has just been on my mind, like on my spirit, in my soul for some years now. Honestly, like since I started to take my writing seriously and got into the lane of like writing my books and releasing my book, I've always kind of gone back and forth with the idea of like, what do I want this to become? Like, do I want to just write and enjoy it? Or do I want to make this a career? Do I want this to become something that I do full time? That is the way that I sustain and live my life. And there's something about that that just doesn't sit well with me. And it's crazy because it's like, I don't think a lot of people kind of understand that. I don't think a lot of people get that when you really enjoy doing something and you really like something, you don't want it to become a responsibility. You want it to maintain its enjoyment. You want it to continue to be something that you just 100% enjoy doing. Like if it becomes something that it's like, this is how I pay my bills, it has this serious air about it. Like it loses all of its just like organic wonder and excitement and just innocence. It loses its like wonder and innocence, like just the wholeness, what makes it enjoyable, because it becomes something where it's like, I have to do it, you know? So it's like with me and my writing, I've kind of always gone back and forth with, I love doing it. And yeah, it would be amazing if it's like I wrote a book and then I got an agent and I got a publisher and I got a publishing deal and I become like this big old thing and like all these people get to read my writing and enjoy it and receive from it what they're meant to receive. Like, yeah, that sounds amazing, but it's like, how do I find the balance between also maintaining its enjoyment and maintaining, it's like you reach that level and you receive deadlines, you receive like this has to be done as opposed to like just being able to do it. And not even just to like make this all about my writing or anything like that, but I just kind of wanted to pose the topic because I've been thinking about it and I want more people to kind of think about it. It's just like doing things just to enjoy them is okay. Like maybe it becomes something, maybe it doesn't. And I think that that's a big thing that we kind of need to shine more of a light on in this life. I don't know if it's like living in the United States and like this capitalist mindset and everything where it's like everything does revolve around money. Like you need money to do literally everything. So it's understandable that our minds are wired this way to kind of think like, oh, I enjoy reading. Maybe I should get paid to read books. Oh, like I like writing. Maybe I should become a writer. Maybe I should get paid for this. Oh, I like doing puzzles. Maybe I should jump into a puzzle competition or something. Like you just think of these things and it's like, I like this. Maybe I should monetize this in some way. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's not like we're forcing it. It's just that it's like, it's a lifestyle. It's needed. Like money is needed. So why not find enjoyment in something and be able to monetize it also and be like, oh, wow, I love doing this and I can make money from it. Like, this is amazing. This is the best thing ever. But I kind of just been wanting to figure out lately more so like, how do I kind of find a balance with that? How do I find things that I really just enjoy and I want to catch myself in that process of turning it into something more than that? Maybe it's just meant to be this. So for me, in finding hobbies, like I do, as mentioned before, I enjoy a good puzzle. I like doing a puzzle. I've started kind of learning how to draw, like how to sketch. And even with like drawing, I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. Like maybe I can design logos for people. And it's like, girl, like no. Like you just catch yourself doing that. And I like that I'm cognizant of it now and I can work on that because not everything has to become a responsibility. Not everything has to be the way that you make your money. But at the same time, it does help to kind of have that mindset just in moderation. Like we don't have to monetize everything, but let's think of the ways that we can find enjoyment in how we pay our bills. So like even if it's a balance between like having a job that maybe you don't really care about, but it's like it pays the bills, cool, whatever, but also you make plenty of time for the things that you do enjoy. Like finding a balance there, maybe it's just as simple as that, which I mean, I guess it's not too simple, you know, it sounds simple, but in theory, but in practice, it can be hard, that work-life balance, right? With all the other things that you have going on in your life. Maybe you don't always have time to just sit down and like read a book or sit down and draw or something like that. Maybe learn a language, like, because all these other responsibilities outside of the ones that are like required to pay your bills and stuff, you have other things that you have to do in life. You have a social life, you have family, you have friends, you have people who are calling for your attention. You have your health, you need to eat, you need to work out, like all these things that are constantly pulling us in all these different directions. It's so hard to just find a peace that it's like to yourself and it has no other purpose besides just giving you enjoyment. It's like that always seems to come last on the list of things to do. And it's like, yeah, at least we have things where it's like, at least for me, I feel like being active does help me when it's like, this is for me, it's healthy for me, it's good for me, I need to be doing this, my body needs it and loves it. And also it's like, I'm not getting paid for this. Matter of fact, I'm paying to do this. Like it's also enjoyable, but it's also that kind of is a responsibility, you know, like to an extent, it's a responsibility. Like if you want to take care of yourself and you want to live a happy, healthy life, it's like you got to be active. You have to like take care of your body. So even that, it's like that's there where it's like, okay, you're doing this for you, but also it kind of does have an air of responsibility. Like it's not just, I just work out for fun. No, I work out because it's fun. I like to release the endorphins or whatever, you know, science happens there. But also it's like, it's good for me. Like I have to do it if I want to look good naked, if I want to take care of my body, like that's required. So just in this topic, when you go about life and when you go about thinking, okay, what are the things I enjoy doing and how can I monetize them? Maybe a step before that, I want us to think like, what does a fulfilling, meaningful life even look like for me? What does it look like? What do I see like in the ideal picture of my life? What am I doing? Like, how am I spending my time? What does that look like? Because for me, I want to just be somewhere just freely open to create. I want to possibly be like over on a beach, like in the Mediterranean somewhere, just like laying out in the sun, eating fresh fruit, drinking Aperol spritzes, minding my business. And occasionally, like, I'm gonna pick up my laptop and we're gonna write a story because we're inspired, because we are so happy and just so in love with the freedom and the beauty in this life that I have so much time to just enjoy, that now I can just create, and I can create freely and I don't have to worry about it. And I'll share that work because it needs to reach who it needs to reach. But that's the only reason why. Like, the only reason why I'm gonna share it is because I just want to, not because I have to. That's how my life, that's what I want my dream to look like. And it's like, you kind of tell people the things that you're interested in, and it's like, they don't do it on purpose, but they kind of push their idea of what the dream life would look like based on your interests. So it's like, if you enjoy writing, they're like, oh, like, come on, you gonna be a best-selling author, you gonna da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, that would be cool, but also, did I ever say that I want to do that? Like, maybe I just want to be able to just write all the time. Who knows if that's how I get my money? Maybe I get my money from an e-commerce business or some good investments that, like, maybe it looks different. And it's like, just figuring out that end goal helped me in better determining, like, okay, is this direction the direction that I want to go in, or is it not? Like, would I rather go this way and put some work in for a few years, like doing this and watching that grow and become something where it buys me the freedom, it buys me the time to be able to travel, to be able to live my life however I want to, as opposed to putting in the work for this, that it's like, yeah, this sounds good and it's gonna eventually work out and become something, but then it's going to take the freedom out of something that I enjoy doing. So, like, another example, maybe you enjoy cooking. You love cooking. You get so much enjoyment out of that shit. You just be in the kitchen and just like whipping up everything. You love watching people enjoy your meals. You just sit there and you stare at them and you just smile while they chew in your face. And they're like, this is good. And your heart just like explodes in your body. It's just overflowing with love and just affection for the people around you. And it's like, I have fed you. Like, that's your thing. Sometimes it makes a perfect career for you, where it's like, you do that for a living. You get paid to receive that satisfaction from something that you truly love doing. But then also sometimes it can take the organic enjoyment out of it sometimes. Because it's like, okay, this cooking, this is my art, this is my way that I connect with people, but now I need clients so that I can like sustain my life and pay my bills. I need to take every client, even the ones that get on my nerves, maybe. Like, while I'm building this up, I gotta take every client. Maybe they want me to cook things that it's like, I can do it because I'm a good cook. Like, I'm gonna hook this up for you. Like, it's gonna be good, you're gonna love it. But I don't like cooking that. So it's like, I'm gonna put love in it and it's gonna be fine. You're gonna like it because I know what I'm doing. But it's like, am I enjoying this? Like, it becomes something where it's like not completely under your control. Or also, even if you can fully control it, you can take the clients that you want and you control the cuisine that you're cooking. It's still the fact that it's not on your time. Like, it's just something that's like, you have to do it to pay your bills. And I'm not trying to shed a negative light on something that can be beautiful. I'm just saying that there are different layers. It's like, that's why you see sometimes like people who have certain careers, like content creators, or like like people who be vlogging like all their lives and stuff like that, all the details, like the day in the lives, the week in the lives, like putting their lives on the internet, celebrities, like people of that stature, who it's like, you climb and you work so hard to get to those levels because you love what you're doing. Maybe you love the art of content creation because you can create and this is your art and you can share it with people, and then people resonate with what you're sharing and what you're saying and what you're doing. They see what you're doing with your life when you're vlogging and they receive something valuable from it, and from that you receive something valuable. It's a beautiful thing. Certain celebrities, whatever, it's like the art you're doing, whether you're acting, singing, dancing, like whatever you're doing that made you famous, hopefully you love to do that. And that is why you put so much time and energy and effort into it. And now you got to that level and you're there. But then sometimes people reach that level and they see the other side of it. It's like, this was something that I just enjoyed, and I enjoyed it more maybe when I was not known. Maybe when I was like down here just doing it and just like, I love it just for the sake of doing it. And just naturally, when you're doing something that you really, really love and you're consistent with it because you love it, it's going to grow. And people are going to recognize that and they're going to receive it and they're going to see you. And it's going to become everything that you've always probably hoped it would become. But once it gets up there, it's like it becomes open to more things. Like we hear about the criticisms and stuff that people in the limelight receive and like how hard it is. It's like you can't live a regular life. The content creators, it's like every 2 seconds somebody complaining about something or somebody got something to say. It's like I'm sharing my life because I want to foster connection. I want to like grow a community. I want people who really just like mess with me to come here and be in my little corner of the internet, and that's cool. But then it's like when you're putting yourself out there, you're attracting yourself for anybody, or you're putting yourself out there for anybody to come, you know? Especially when you're a light, when you're like when people feel your good energy and they see what you got going on, everybody's going to be attracted to you. You know, you're not just going to attract the people who resonate with you. You're going to attract people who look at you and are like, this bitch, you know? So it's like you open yourself up for more than what you intended. And it's like all that stuff comes with it. It's not to say that you should hide from it or you should not hope to grow your things. It's more so to say that that is the battle that I have been having with myself when it comes to several things. When it comes to my writing, when it comes to content creation, when it comes to anything, it's like I want to do things because I enjoy it. But I'm also kind of like with the writing, like I said, worried about it becoming a responsibility that is just like completely out of my control and I can no longer just freely enjoy it when I want to enjoy it. It becomes something that is like, I have to do this. And then also with the content creation side, it's like, I like just sharing things, not too much, but enough where it's like I like to foster connection with people, and I like through my writing I have realized that love that I have for that. When I open myself up to be vulnerable and I'm able to share my stories, you open yourself up for those who need to hear it and for those who resonate with you to find you, and that's a beautiful thing. That's always a beautiful thing. But it's like also you open yourself up for other people to just know what's going on with you, to be able to look and see what you got going on. And it maybe it's people that you don't really want to be in your business like that, or even like people who have their criticisms or don't understand you. It's like I would get in my head about that for so many years. Like maybe that was a in my 20s thing, because now that I'm like 30 plus, it doesn't bother me anymore. Like all of a sudden I don't care. But it's like that battle was something that I fought for so long, where it was like, I want to do this, I want to try this, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if I'm going to look weird, or I don't know if it's going to work out, if it's going to become like what I want it to become. Like, my mind would go into those negative things, and it's like, you know, I'm an astrology girly. Like, I can jump into the fact that I'm a Capricorn, but there's so many other more elements in the birth chart that could like add to that pessimism sometimes. But it's just the fact that that's where my mind would go, and that would hold me back from so many things. And I think that growing up has kind of changed it, where it's like, okay, I don't feel like that so much anymore. Now I'm just ready to try all the things. Like, I really don't care. I really don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to try whatever I want to try. If I don't like it, then I don't like it. I'm not going to do it no more. If I do like it, but it doesn't go anywhere, I like it though. So I'm going to keep doing it. And I don't care. It brings me enjoyment. I have realized the value in simply doing things for enjoyment. And I've realized how much thought I have always previously put into things that I want to enjoy and try when it comes to monetizing it or making sure that it becomes something, not wanting to look like a failure because I tried something and I wasn't good at it. Like, just putting so much thought into things as opposed to just doing them. And how much time, I don't want to say time was wasted, because time is never wasted. Like, it's spent on something, you feel me? But how much time went towards not doing things because I just thought and talked myself out of it. And I just want to make sure that everybody kind of knows and can maybe skip that step. Like, don't think yourself out of things. Like, it's okay to just want to try something. And who cares if you're not the best at it? Who cares if it doesn't become this like big, great thing that you can turn into like a whole career and a whole business, or if you're not the very best at it, or if people laugh at you, fuck them. Like, who cares about all of that? Like, this is your life. And you need to do things that you want to enjoy, okay? And that you need to do things that resonate with your soul, things that make your human experience worth it, because you are here. And these are things that you are going through and that you are doing. So just be sure that the things that you are doing don't always have like an asterisk by it. Like, I'm only doing this because this. Make sure that you have things in your life that you can do just to enjoy them. Just because it makes you happy, just because it brings you joy, just because maybe it brings you closer to someone else that you love, maybe because it just makes this human experience 10 times better. It's okay to just have things like that. That is what I have realized in growing up and not giving a fuck anymore is literally the foundation of why we're here. It is to experience this world. It is to experience life at the utmost, like at the highest level. Just go on adventures, or don't. If you just want to rest and lay down, do that. Like, this is your time. Find a way to spend as much time as possible on the things that you enjoy and that make your heart happiest. That's the end result, okay? You gonna have things on your list that are responsibilities, that are like, we gotta get shit done, okay? At the end of the day, like, business must be handled, again, Capricorn. But also make sure that you are receiving enjoyment, okay? Don't let this whole life go to, I have to do this for this, I need to do this, da da da. Let there be quiet moments. Let there be moments where you are simply just present and happy doing what you are doing. And that's it. That's it. But yeah, thank y'all for being here. If you love it here and you want to make yourself at home, I would love for you to do so. Please feel free to subscribe. If you like this video, thumbs up. And also, if you came across this and you have things you have to say about it, if you want to share some opinions or some comments or some insight or anything, leave it in the comments. Like, how do you feel about it? How old are you? Like, did you go through the same phase where it's like you felt so much pressure around the things that you're doing to like make it worth the time or something, and then you grew out of it? Or maybe you still feel like that. Why do you still feel like that? I want to talk. Thank you again for being here, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.